Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Chantel, but you can call me Chanty. And today we're going to be talking over some of the more recent makeup launches. I think some have come out recently that have made some really interesting packaging choices. And this is something that I've seen Hannah from Smoky Glow talk about on her channel, and also Lauren from KVD Beauty. And when I was looking at Trend Mood this morning, some things just caught my eye that I really wanted to talk over and talk about why the packaging of makeup is so important for how it sells. So first up is KVD Beauty's holiday launch is now available for sale, and I've seen a lot of criticism about the palette, commenting that it looks like something that's early 2000s, it doesn't really reflect the brand, and I have to agree with that. If I hadn't have read that this was a KVD palette on Trend Mood, I wouldn't recognize it at all. The little mini lipstick set definitely looks like something up their alley. You can tell they put a little bit of a twist on it, adding in the roses and kind of like the pink packaging. But that white kind of ornamental packaging on the holiday palette just doesn't scream KVD Beauty. And if they're looking to change up their packaging style, this wasn't a way to do it. Not with the eyeshadow palette. The rest of this launch is very on brand for them, I feel, but like a little bit of a twist. But for a 14 pan palette to be $45, I do think that's a little bit much. And it's not the greatest color story. I feel like you would just end up getting a lot of the same looks. But that's just one girl's opinion. Next up, Colourpop released their fall collection. They have 3 9-pan palettes. I love this packaging. I mean, I think flowers are really aesthetically pleasing. Background, hello. But I think these look really pretty, and I've always loved that Colourpop sets their palettes up on like a gold or a silver background. It doesn't take away from the colors, and the focus is the colors, even when they have something as eye-catching as the flowers on these. I think this is really well put together. I think it's very pleasing, and I won't be surprised if they sell really, really well. Also only $14 for a 9-pan palette, and that's tempting. I think they really hit the mark with this launch. Next up, there has been an announcement of a new brand, Jason Wu, and this launch will include 25 products for eyes, lips, cheeks, and brows. Prices range from $10 to $25, and they released these lipstick colors. I don't know what it is about all matte packaging that's just one color that is so attractive to me. There's just something so clean about it. When I came across this picture, this is actually the picture that inspired this video. When I came across it, I was instantly like, wow, this is actually something, like I just felt a pull to it. I don't even know how to describe it. And I think there's something to be said about all matte packaging and how clean it makes things look. Like, you could literally have the ugliest color be all matte packaging, and it would look infinitely better than some of the other packaging choices that brands have made. So Jason Wu is actually a fashion designer who's now branching out into the makeup world. I'm really curious to see what the formula is going to be like and how well it's going to do. You can really tell he knows how to market to people though, because like I said, it's the most basic packaging, but something about it draws me to it. And I think it's that simplicity and that kind of minimalism that he's caught on to, and I would put good money on betting that he will continue this trend with any future makeup launches that he has. Next up, Revolution Beauty's Dripping Gold collection is now available for purchase, and the marketing on this photo is like somehow messy and beautiful at the same time. It really looks luxurious to me, although I could have done without the like gold drips kind of all over the makeup. I feel like they could have just left it dripping off the side, but the bottle shapes look very luxurious to me. I like the elixirs are very eye-catching. It's a really good mixture of makeup and skincare, and the eyeshadow palette story has really good cohesion. I'm not mad at the prices, but I've definitely seen better before. To my knowledge, I've never used Revolution Beauty. I have no clue if the formula is worth the price that this launch is. Next up, Unicorn Cosmetics released a Halloween eyeshadow palette. It's the Wicked palette. I'm gonna start with the outside of the packaging because I think it looks so cool. It is so attractive. That skull with the purple paint dripping over top. I just think it's so spooky. I really like the outside, but the first thing that I saw when I saw this color story was not Halloween. And I say that because I saw the inside of the palette before I saw the outside, and I just feel like other than the skulls pressed into the pans and the purple eyeshadows, everything else is just kind of a typical fall palette right now, a very on-trend fall palette. I don't see Halloween in this other than the skulls being pressed in and the outside of the packaging. There is a little bit of discrepancy there. However, I do love this color story. I think it would be a really good palette for someone to buy who doesn't have a lot of fall colors. And although I've never tried Unicorn Cosmetics myself, I've heard good things about the formula. Now, for 26 shades, you can get this palette for approximately $45 Canadian, and I think that's a reasonable price. Would I want it cheaper? Yeah, especially because there's space on either side of those smaller pans in the center. I do like that they made the bigger pans on the outside all very cohesive. I could see myself making many different looks with those 10 colors, but the smaller pans in the center are to add depth or add lighting, add a little shimmer, which I think is a really smart move on their part, because I know personally I use matte shades in my palette a lot more than I use shimmer shades. So for someone like me, it makes sense to me that they would have the shimmer shades be smaller, but they could have added another 8 colors in if they just made the space for it, because the duo pans are the exact same size as the full pans on top. They just spaced them differently. I feel like that's a good place to leave off today. I did really enjoy this, so let me know what you think below, because if this is something that you guys like too, then I will definitely be doing more videos like this. I always find it so interesting to consider what brands do to make us buy things. It was something that I never really paid attention to before, but now that I take the time to consider it, it's just interesting to see the kind of marketing traps that brands lay out for us, and the ones that still work on me, but I have to take a second to realize what it's doing. If you like this video, if you like my vibe, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Take it easy. Oh, there's that sun. Oh.